Now on the extensor side, back of the arm, you have the triceps, and there's three of them. There's a lateral head, a long head, and a medial head. Thanks. Okay, so we have the lateral head, and then the long head would come up and attaches to the infraglenoid tubercle. Okay, so long head triceps, infraglenoid tubercle, long head biceps, supraglenoid tubercle. Now down to the extensors. If we start counting them, we're going to start with this brachioradialis, and although it is a forearm flexor, it shows up also on the extensor side, and we can start counting with it. Okay, so we have brachioradialis is the first one. The second one over has two heads, extensor carpi radialis longus and extensor carpi radialis brevis. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. The fourth one extends the four fingers, extensor digitorum. And in your studies, you'll notice that extensor carpi radialis longus, extensor carpi radialis brevis has 4 words, and the next one over makes up for all those words by just giving 2, extensor digitorum. Okay? And I say that because that's the names of what's going to hurt people. This one right here then does the fifth finger, extensor digiti minimi, and then the sixth one is the flexor carpi ulnaris. They all go under this, which is the flexor retinaculum. The next layer down, we're going to see the extensor indicis, but not so much in here as in the hand. And there's 2 tendons running to it, and that's because it has, since it has its own tendon, which is the extensor indicis, as well as the extensor digitorum, the tendon on the ulnar side, which will be the extensor digitorum, radial side. On the radial side, extensor digitorum. On the ulnar side, extensor indicis. Same thing with the pinky. The little finger here we have on the ulnar side is extensor digiti minimi. On the radial side, extensor digitorum. That's why when you do this, you can't lift your ring finger. It doesn't have its own tendon to it. Okay. Then on the thumb, I call it a brevis sandwich. We have the extensor pollicis longus, then extensor pollicis brevis, and the abductor pollicis longus. Okay, and the borders of that anatomical snuff box is the top one is the extensor pollicis longus, and then the bottom one would be the extensor pollicis brevis. Okay. For nerve innervation, radial does all the extensors, as well as this brachioradialis. I say as well as because it's not an extender, it's a forearm flexor. And the musculocutaneous does the 4 anterior arm muscles, as well as, no, that's it. And then down to the forearm, there's 2 nerves, median and ulnar. The median does everything except 1.5 muscles, which is flexor carpi ulnaris and the ulnar half of the flexor digitorum profundus. That's it.